In today's video I will be turning this into this. So I'll start off by unboxing the box that it came in. Everything is well packaged and sorted out. I chose for the silver model because I like the chrome exhaust. This is the bike I will be using. It's my old daily driver, the brakes are non-existent and the back tire has the wires dangling out of it. So it will be the perfect bike for this project. Now I'm installing the engine. It should be universal, but of course it doesn't fit any bike. But luckily they have a small bracket that you can install on the engine so it fits, which I'll show here. With those engine mounts installed, I can put the engine on the bike in a breeze.
Where there was no cornfield, no memory.
If I had a set of ratchet spanners, that is. It took some time, but I eventually got it to fit. Now it's time to install the back sprocket. This is the first time that I take the back tire off this bicycle, so you might want to look away. The kit also comes with these rubber circles that you have to install too. When you're screwing the sprockets onto the rubbers and tires, make sure you tighten it in an X pattern. You could use some tape to hold screws in place.
No memory.
When I finally got the back tire back on the wheel, I still had to balance it. Make sure you do this properly, otherwise the chain might come off when you're riding. Speaking of the chain, that's the next thing I will install. Pop the little holder open and shorten the chain to the perfect length. I'm not doing that here because I don't care, and I'm gonna let the chain tensioner do all the work. But sadly the front sprocket wasn't the right one, so I messaged the seller. But that doesn't stop me from the project. I'll just install the rest, like the 1.6 liter fuel tank. After the fuel tank, comes the carburetor. I had to tilt it a little bit, because otherwise it wouldn't fit. With the carburetor also comes the throttle and the other things, so those are going on next. I had some trouble with the clutch lever, but I eventually got it on. Then I had to drill a hole for the throttle. I don't do this often, so it took me some tries.
Well, that didn't quite work. Now what? Can I just pull it out? Oh yes.
So now I'm ready to install the throttle. I had some fun too. Make sure you install the CDI as well, or the bike won't spark. Using some zip ties works great. So the CDI connects to the spark plug, which I'll install right now.
So now I'm going to connect all the wires to where they should belong. So it's fairly easy, just connect the blue wire to the blue terminal over here, the black wire or the ground, the black wire here. Then from the kill switch, the black wire goes here too. And then the green wire goes to the blue terminal. And if you look closely, you can see this white wire doesn't plug anywhere in. That's because this white wire comes from the generator, and it generates power. So I'll go look on the manual how much it makes. So according to the manual, it creates 7.5 volts at 5 amps. So I could probably make a light system or something like that. So I just installed the petcock, the fuel filter and the fuel lines. But as you can see, the fuel lines are pretty tight, so I will need to replace them later on. But I could of course place the fuel tank a bit more that way, but then I think it will be pretty uncomfortable getting off this bike, so I'm not gonna do that. But as I used all the fuel line for another project, you can see there, I need to get some new ones, so I will do that later on. So using power of editing, I'm going to install this exhaust in about 2 seconds. So yeah, the exhaust is on right now. It looks pretty good, and all the clearances are good too. I didn't even have to bend it. It doesn't touch the frame, it doesn't touch any of the wires, it doesn't touch the crank set here, so it's fucking mint. chat channel. Of niet? I did not expect that.
He's walking to the honky tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order up around the shops and it's away we go. Switch up, throw down, hold down, dig down. Order up another round of shots. Trying to get drunk, get some, have fun. Get into some trouble, baby, like in a night. I'm a Jim Beam, drinking big, drink, singing la 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 la, dancing machine. Been a hell of a week and I need to know what to see. Look at those.
Sweet. So like I said in the beginning of the video, the drive sprocket is the wrong one. Now I got in contact with the seller and they're gonna send me a new drive sprocket, but it can take up to 3 months. So I tried to get a sprocket at my local bike shop, but they didn't have any sprockets. So I'm gonna try to get one, but I don't know where. So that was today's video. I really do hope you enjoyed. In the next video about motorized bike build, I will make sure I can drive them in that video, and I will also show you how it looks and tell you a bit about the bike. Bye!